remained either primitive or vanished. Those which dominated over the nature disappeared. We have to find the Madhyam Marg. He had the foresight, 1952, not very old. But the man had a possible vision that, look, the path of progress that India should choose should not be on either extreme. We didn't do that. We went on one extreme. We are suffering because of that, but that we'll come to that later. Go back in the history now. We have to develop rules which will help generate long time frame. Now let me give you a puzzle. There is a tribe which is a hunting tribe, food gathering and hunting tribe. And let's say tribe lives here where the table is, and there is a water body where this chair is. Animal comes to drink water there every day. Tribe has a problem. What to do? If I hunt it, when they come for drinking water, animals will learn. They will stop coming. We'll have to go very far then for hunting. If I don't hunt, I'll go hungry. You have to eat. What did they do? Tell me, what rule did they use? If you tell the right rule, you'll get a cup of tea. If you don't tell the right rule, tea will be deferred. So I need a quick answer. What did they do? Huh? No. You can't. Toss. Okay, how will you do the toss? What will you do? What will it mean? What do you mean by toss?
I choose something which, suppose like even in research where we have to choose the way we should go for an interview. Either we throw the pen or something like that, where which so we don't say book भी रहना पड़े, so we, because that is the thing. I do something, or maybe a coin.
But what is the purpose? Anybody else?
So you can do wait till the animals have their water, and after when they're leaving, point to the ones that are.
You are assuming that animals don't have a community. They don't miss each other. They won't figure out if one of them has been killed.
So I'm saying that the ones that are slowest to leave the water.
Correct.
Would be presumably the weaker or the older or the.
Right. Fair enough.
And presumably mothers with calves would leave early.
Okay.
And it's the older animals that would leave later.
Okay.
And if those are hunted, then it doesn't diminish the numbers.
No, but that is your logic. The animals love their parents. There has been Professor Sukumar in ISC has a photograph which he showed me. There were two, mother and father, standing around a dead calf. For 3 days they kept standing with tears in their eyes. Elephants. 3 days didn't move. They were expressing their condolence for 3 days. So they have emotions. They keep track of the children, or for that matter, children can keep track of their elders. So that wouldn't work. They will still be able to figure out that somebody has been left behind.
The answer is to create more sources of water.
More?
Sources of water.
Well, at the moment, I am not giving you that choice. I am saying there are sources of water, but they are very far.
We can have more sources.
No, they are very far. They are there, but they are very far. Yes.
Different ways of hunting. I mean, you don't have to hunt at the source of water every day.
Right.
So there will be some days that you can hunt when they are not near the source of water, and some other days. So basically, you do not have a pattern which they can.
Okay, so what will you do that? What will you do? For both of you have said the same thing. How will you do that? So let's put it this way. Now you think, it seems you want tea very badly. Well, it's very interesting, and there are some lessons in it, very, very deep lessons. Let's say we take a string. You were saying something before I. Okay, so you take a string, tie a stone, move it like this, all right? Leave the sling, and whichever direction the stone goes, you will go for hunting in that direction. That direction could be this one. Animals come here. So that day you may not get any game at all. Correct? True? Possible? Possible? No, wait a minute. The rule is, you said randomize. You said no pattern. The only way a pattern can be avoided completely is by randomization. Alright. So someday there is no game. Someday there is a lot of game. But because there is no pattern, animal will not learn. True? How can you justify this ethics? You need two rules now to justify this. What are those two rules? Very important point here. It will tell us something about how our societies have engineered the management principles in our structures. Very interesting. What are the two rules? Huh? No, but someday you don't get it. So, first principle is correct? Equanimity. Gita also says that. Huh? Very profound insight here. Getting lot of gain, lot of fruit, lot of game is as good or bad as getting no game. True? That is first principle. What is second principle? So first ethics you need is that equanimity. As Gita says, you have a right to be frustrated just as you have a right to be joyful, but you have no right to be desperate. There is no end of the road. Joyfulness, yes. Frustration, yes. No end of the road. There is never end of the road. Desperation is not allowed. Frustration is allowed. That day obviously will be unhappy when we don't get a game. But you need an ethics which makes you behave sanely. You don't become insane that day. You don't become crazy. You don't start fighting with each other. Don't start blaming that person who moved this thing. Correct? You don't start shooting him. What did you do today? Why did you throw this from there? You won't argue like that. You will accept the rule that look, this is as normal as that. What is the second? You are using a very long time frame. Only in the long time frame this rule will work. In the short time frame it will not work. Over a long time frame there will be 50% chances of head and 50% chances of tail. Correct? That's what we have been told in statistics. But that is something they had figured out much earlier. We have articulated it now. So we have long time frame, we have equanimity. जिस दिन बहुत मिल जाए वो भी अच्छा है, जिस दिन ना मिले वो भी अच्छा है, लेकिन कोई भी दिन हमेशा एक जैसा नहीं रहने वाला है. That's the point. So both of them are premised on hope, faith, trust, solidarity. Otherwise, it won't make sense. It won't work. It won't work. After the tea, I'll tell you the story of Chenchu tribe in Srisalam forest, Andhra Pradesh, where I went with the help of Gangadhar, my old friend Gangadharan, 1984-85. And we did a study of 3 bands of food gathering. This is the only mainland food gathering and hunting tribe, Chenchus. So we studied 3 groups. One which was near the market, near the urban boundary or market, deep and very deep. And there were 5 activities they did: fishery, food gathering, hunting, little bit of agriculture, and honey collection. And after tea, I will ask you what were the rules they evolved to have a sustainable outcome in each of the 5 activities. Now choices are quite a bit. Time frame is long. We have to anticipate, and I will tell you if your rules are right or wrong. Because what we want, why we are discussing this is because we have to see the society has a repertoire of rules. ये इतने साल से जो सभ्यता बाकी है उसमें कुछ तो किया इन लोगों ने. Something they have done, and we are losing track of those lessons. And if we understand them, we can reorder our world future. हम दुनिया को बदल सकते हैं. We can reorganize our world in future. We can reorganize our rules of decision making. We can achieve a different outcome. But we have to question the very fundamentals of the way we calculate our NPV and discount rate and whatever have you. We have, unfortunately, the question I want to leave behind for tomorrow's discussion will be the assumptions of our decision making processes today we have taken for granted and assumed that they are valid for all times to come. They are not. We are at the threshold of a renaissance. Indian society has to question the fundamental rules of everything that we do today, such that we can come to a point when we will say, all right, with limited technology, limited information, our civilization did something at some time. Today we have more information, more technology. What will we do different so that we still achieve the same outcome? Outcome is, for long term, for great grandchildren, we should be able to get survival of a species, survival of environment, survival of air, water, whatever have you, correct? That's the long term goal. But how do we reach there? If we do not change the principles of economics, finance, marketing, whatever we have, we don't question them, and we continue to operate and optimize our outcomes only in the short run, it's not going to happen. But it is not that simple either. So how different cultures, different societies have dealt with this problem, what Japan did 200 years ago, or rather 170 years ago after Meiji Restoration, 1868, what did Japan do? Japan is the only Asian country which violated the rules of Asian maldevelopment, correct? Japan is the only country. How did it do? What did it do right? Why did it become the first Asian country to be literate in 1900? 1900, first country in Asia to become 100% literate almost. Why? Why couldn't we do it? Feudalism was there, feudalism was here. What made a difference? They were Asian, we were Asian. All other countries in the region, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Korea, China, all of us were in the same region, South Asia and Southeast Asia. What did it do? So we'll break, have a cup of tea, and let's get the answer about how the Chenchu tribe, facing the same problem in a forest, having 5 functions. This one was 1, only game. Now it has 5. Game, honey, food, little bit of agriculture, and fishing. Did I say fishing? Honey and fishing, yes. These are the 5 features. What does it do? What are the rules it evolved to have the same outcome?